Hi, welcome to Live Aligned Pilates. I'm Liv and today we have a full body stretch. A really great one to do if you're feeling tight, sore or fatigued. So let's get started sitting in a comfortable cross-legged position. You can use any props you need to, cushions under the knees, under the sit bones. Just make yourself nice and comfortable here. Hands resting on the thighs, shrugging your shoulders up towards your ears, setting them down and back, opening through the chest. And again, shoulders shrugging up, setting them down and back. And just one more time. Beautiful. So we're really open through our chest, shoulders are down. We bring our left ear over towards our left shoulder. And you can creep your opposite arm out towards the mat, your right hand. You can even bring your left hand on top of your head to gently assist yourself into your stretch even deeper. Tuck your chin down towards your chest, stretching through the back of your neck. Looking back to the front, coming all the way up. And we'll go over to the other side. Right ear coming over towards the right shoulder. And this might be enough, or you might like to walk your left fingertips out and away from you. And possibly bringing your hand on top of your head, just gently pressing into your head for a deeper stretch. Chin tucking down towards your chest. Deep breaths here. And looking back to the front, releasing the grip of your head and coming all the way up. So we'll take eagle arms next, extending your arms out to the side, bringing your left arm underneath your right, and either bringing the backs of the forearms to touch or taking that cross even further and bringing the fingertips to your right palm. Let's lift those elbows up and draw the hands away from the forehead. Take a deep breath in and out. And again, in and release. Let's open the arms back out to the side and just switching sides. So bringing your right elbow underneath your left, taking the bind of your forearms if that feels okay, and just trying to lift the elbows and draw the hands away from the forehead. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Send the inhale into your tight areas. Exhale, release. Unwind from there. Bring your right hand down towards the mat. Lift your left arm up and overhead. You can look up to your hand, you can look down to the mat, whatever feels best for you. Making sure that we're drawing this top shoulder open, pressing down for the opposite side of the body. Inhale to come back through to the center. Exhale to come to the other side. One more to each side, reaching up tall and stretching over, pressing your sit bone, your left sit bone down into the floor as you reach your left arm overhead. And back to that second side, inhale and exhale. Come all the way up and release. Perfect, so let's find our hands and knees now. We're going to stack the joints, hands under shoulders and knees under the hips. Let's look over towards our left hip as we stretch through the right side of the body. Over to the other side, you gaze towards your right hip and stretch the opposite side of the body. So we're trying to make a C shape through our spine as we twist side to side. And coming back to the center, taking your thread the needle stretch, opening your right arm to the ceiling, maybe gazing up to the right hand. Threading that right arm underneath your left as you bring your right shoulder and right ear to the floor. Let's do 2 more like this. Inhale to open up, look towards your hand. Exhale to thread the needle. And 1 more time. And let's hold this next thread the needle. So we press the back of our right arm into the mat. Try and square the hips off, evening the weight between both sides of the body. Maybe even sliding your left arm long to the top of your mat. Drawing in through the core, seeing if you can get a deeper rotation. For 3, 2, 1, your left hand slides back down. Open the right arm to the ceiling 1 last time and plant that right hand down. Let's do the other side. Left arm reaches to the sky and then threads underneath the right, so your left shoulder and your left ear is in contact with the mat. Twice more. Inhale to open up. Exhale to thread. And again, open up. We hold this next thread the needle position, pressing the back of the left arm into the floor, squaring off your hips, sliding your right arm along the mat to the top of your mat. Breathing into this twist. Good, sliding your right hand back on down, opening up 1 last time, and then planting both hands down onto the mat. Let's creep those hands out, away from the line of our shoulders, tuck the toes under. We lift up into an A-frame position, pedaling out through your feet, pressing your chest through the arms towards the thighs, but still drawing in through the core. Let's bring our left foot through to the top of the mat between the hands, and you'll lower your back knee down, untucking your toes if that's comfortable. Resting on your fingertips, sending your hips nice and low towards the mat as you open the chest and the gaze forward. We then walk our hands back along the mat to find a hamstring stretch, flexing your toes back. And then walk forward into your lunge. And again, walking back. And forward. Perfect, 1 last time. Really flexing your left toes back, trying to square off your hips. And then we walk forward. Perfect, let's come into a glute stretch. So heel toe your right foot across to the opposite side of the mat, lowering your knee and your shin down, coming into your pigeon stretch prone. This can be quite intense through the right hip flexor as well while you are upright. You can always place a cushion under your left glute. And you can stay up here if the focus is the hip flexor. If you'd like to go a little deeper through your glute, maybe you want to come into a forward fold, just resting on the elbows or all the way down, whatever works for you. And we'll just come up, rolling off to the left hip, bringing your right leg all the way around carefully, and then you'll cross your right foot, just in front of your left thigh. So we're going to take a seated rotation. Your right hand will come behind you for support. Your left arm reaches to the ceiling and you try and hook your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. If that's not working, hold onto the thigh and draw yourself around into a nice deep twist, drawing the core in to find that length. And releasing from the twist. Just crossing at the ankles and seeing if you can find your downward facing dog from that position. That A-frame through your body. Maybe instead of pedaling out through your feet this time, you lift both heels up and press them down together. 3 more times, lift and press down. 2, 1. Perfect. We're bringing our right foot through between our hands and lowering the back knee down. Resting on the fingertips, opening the chest and the shoulders, sending those hips low to the floor. From there, walking back into your hamstring stretch. Walking forward into your lunge. And back into that hamstring. Flex your toes back, square the hips off. Forward into your lunge. Last time, coming back into the hamstring stretch. Back into the lunge. Moving into pigeon, crossing your right shin down onto the mat, lowering the knee. Seeing if you can level off your hips. I'm feeling particularly tight through the glutes today and the hips. So it's quite intense for me. So just zoning into breath, trying to just really let go in this movement. Option to come into your forward fold. Press yourself all the way up and just rock off to the right side of your hip. Taking your twist, placing the left foot to the outside of the right knee, sitting up tall on both sit bones. The left hand comes down behind you. The right arm will reach to the sky and either hook the elbow or hold onto the thigh with your right hand and draw yourself around into a rotation. You can use the strength of your arm to bring yourself into a deeper twist as well. Releasing from there, coming into a butterfly stretch, so I'll face the front, bringing the soles of the feet together. You can hold onto the feet, the shins. Hands can come out in front, whatever works for you. Sitting up nice and tall, just drawing the shoulders down and back. Keeping a flat back, we'll hinge forward. Everyone is so different here. Everyone's butterfly will look and feel different as well. So just work with what feels good within your body. Again, it might mean some cushions underneath the knees. Maybe you prefer to round through your back, and that's okay. So if that feels better for you, you can round through your back. You won't be really doing any damage unless you're feeling pain, particularly in that area. Rest your hands on the floor. Just find something that is giving you a release and breathe here. Good, and coming all the way up. We're just going to extend the left leg out towards the side, flexing the toes back, keeping that right knee bent in. Perfect. And from here, we're going to walk forward with our hands again, hopefully getting a nice deep stretch through the inner thigh. of your straight leg. Come all the way up, and we'll just switch to the other side. Left knee bending in, right leg extending out. Flexing the toes back, and just walking the hands forward to find a comfortable forward fold. And coming all the way up. Perfect. So we're going to come down onto our tummies for our last few stretches. First of all is a quad stretch. Grabbing a hold of your right foot with your right hand and drawing the foot in towards your glute. Try and tuck the tailbone under and press the hip bones down into the floor. You may need a strap or a band to bring the foot closer towards you if you can't hold onto it yourself. Let's release that foot and come to the other side, bending the left knee, holding onto the left foot, drawing the leg in towards you. Press your hips down into the floor. Squeeze your left glute. And release from there. So let's squeeze our legs together. Tuck the tailbone down, and if we can, clasp the hands behind the back. Rest the forehead on the floor, pull the shoulders back, and lift the arms, drawing the fist down towards the feet. You can stay here as a more supported option, or you can lift the chest, squeezing through the back. This will require a little bit of back strength. Deep breaths here. Open the chest, roll the shoulders back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Just release the arms by the side. Bring one side of the head to the mat. Allow the shoulders to roll and round forward. Give the hips a little wriggle side to side. Press your hands into the mat and press into a child's pose stretch, a shell stretch to finish. Knees wide, feet together. Sink the chest between the legs, rest the forehead on the floor. Walking your hands to the right corner of the mat. And then over to the left. Back to the middle. And then slowly roll all the way up, rounding through the spine, drawing the core in as you re-stack your spine. Sitting up tall, shrugging the shoulders. Wonderful. So that is your full body stretch complete. I truly hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Live Aligned Pilates. I upload new workouts every week. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.